weeks I've been looking into some stuff and I need to put out another video. So, of course, I'm going to start with ipetgoatII because it totally fits into what I've been looking at for the past 2 years, especially. I don't know, not very many people have watched my videos, but all of my research is focused on the burned up baby grand piano that was found on a sandbar in Miami on January 5th, 2011, as reported by Associated Press. Anyway, having said that, just a reminder, go back and watch my videos. They're not that great, but I don't have much time to further explain. I try to comment as much as I can on other people's videos, but it was just time for me to put one together myself. So let's start out with ipetgoat, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the intro is pretty self-explanatory. The man walking the dog. We are a product for them. We are pets to them. But more importantly, I wanted to focus on where this goat is. You can see off in the background there's some smokestacks, but these lights in particular, they remind me of a football stadium or a baseball stadium, soccer stadium, sports and arena. Everything is a competition for the goat. Okay, and then the blocks fall. In my eyes, it's childlike because they look at themselves as illuminated compared to us. We are like Gollum. We are stupid little rodents, and we're so far beneath them. It's funny to them, and so everything is set up in a game type fashion. So just keep game in mind. And I also want to point out to keep Hollywood in mind throughout this entire video. It's all Hollywood based. And of course we have the Puppet Master. The Puppet Master is driven by blood money. Blood money. Okay, so we're in a classroom, and this woman over here is the teacher, obviously, or to fit with my videos and my perspective, this is Oprah. She is the proctor that Reagan talks about in his State of the Union speech on January 25th, 1984. Alex Jones, 1984 is 2011. And then, of course, 27 years to the day, Obama gives his, and he also names a proctor. And we'll get into that later. This is to show you that, of course, he is on stage. He is the star, and it's an evil production, as you can see with the upside down star. Okay, you see the pins back here. Those are pretty obvious. The owl, Bohemia. What else was pretty cool is the wallpaper is a maze. So it's a labyrinth. We live in a labyrinth. And you wouldn't know unless you were to look to see that you were in a labyrinth. The obvious evolution. This is where we're at. The final hour. These are the things that got us to this point. I believe this could be signify pornography. And I'm thinking that this is a graduation from one proctor to the next proctor. Okay, there's Oprah giving a funny look. Here is F equals F minus, Newton's theory, or if you just take mathematical symbols in itself, the arrow over the letter, it just signifies that as it is over here, it's going to be over here. So it doesn't matter if this is a negative or positive. They equal the same. And we've graduated to Obama. Obama doesn't have any strings. Okay, he's black, obviously, and our last president was white, so you've got that. He's a vampire, I guess. He's evil. That signifies that he's evil. And I don't have to waste time on Obama, really. He's laughing out loud. Or also the LOL can signify 101, like English 101, Math 101, a lesson, the basics. Of course, you have the checkered floor, which is Masonic, but aside from being Masonic, it shows that it's a game. It's a game board. This is where games come from. And I want you to look Hollywood, think fairy tales. This is Alice in Wonderland. She actually is in Wonderland. We are in Wonderland. Okay. So the girl can be interpreted a bunch of different ways. She could be a symbol of innocence, being taken or whatever, But this is the most important part of the video, I think. And I say that because, as you can see on the floor, there's an L and a C. Okay? Here is Obama's boot. And under his boot is a gold coin. A few years back, they came out with the $1 gold coin with Sacagawea on it. In my research, the connections between California and Florida and Illinois, which are the three states that I focus on, being as, of course, that's where Hollywood is, California. Obama and Oprah are from Chicago. And then, of course, the piano was found in Florida. Florida is the highest Jewish population. It's the second wealthiest place in the world. It's the biggest oceanic port. I mean, there's too much to list, but getting to the point here, we all know that the apple is going to split in half, and out of it, 2 vines create 1 lotus flower. So, also, if you guys have watched my videos, I love Wikipedia. Wikipedia is awesome. It's kind of their codex, I think, what they use to help themselves decode what's being shown. Anyway, I just couldn't get over this LC. What is the LC? What is the LC? Well, when I thought about the Sacagawea coin, I thought about the coming of the 2 halves. Lotus is a city in California, northern part of California, close to the coast, and it was originally named, I can't think of the actual name they originally gave it, but it was named after a guy named Marshall, who was coined for discovering gold. So, and then in 1881, the U.S. Postal Service changed the name of the town to Lotus. So Lotus, you have Lotus, California, on one half of the apple. So let's say that the apple signifies America. You have the western half and the eastern half. Well, Lotus, Florida is also a town, and it's located on Merritt Island, which is where you will find NASA and the John F. Kennedy Space Center. So, I mean, who is responsible with Sacagawea's help to bring the two halves together? It was Lewis and Clark. I thought that was fitting for the LC. Okay. Also, the lotus can signify a religion, and you're not going to hear me talk about religion. And I'm not saying that I am an atheist or anything like that, but you just won't hear me. I try to keep that out because that's what they use to confuse you. It has nothing to do with religion. They want a one world religion. They want one world everything. They want everyone to be under the same guidelines. Everybody has the same thoughts, same everything. Same gender even. Androgynous. So, but the lotus can also signify a religion called Baha'i or something like that, and they believe in a one world religion. So look that up. Maybe I'll put some links below. Of course, Obama's sweating it because he's not needed anymore. He has fulfilled his end of the bargain. We have the Psalm 23. I think that this is a distraction. And the bolt, I believe, is not really a bolt, but it's actually a yellow brick road. As I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, the yellow brick road, Oprah seems to like to use the yellow brick road. The ripping in half of the country, the 12th hour, and this is an obvious arrow, but I'm not sure what it's pointing to. 9/11. Alright, let me come to this guy. He has a plain mask. I want to call this guy the UN. I want to call this guy religion. But I also want to call this guy an actor of everything and everyone. He's in blue. He's wearing boots with coontails hanging from them. And he's getting ready to take a plunge. He has the star, it looks like the Star of Bethlehem, but it reminds me of north, south, east, west, which also, if you think about the word news in itself, it's north, east, west, south. Also the Hopis and the 4 tablets, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you notice, he changes masks and dances like a Native American. So there's a lot to be said in this guy.